What's up, guys? This is Stevan. Today, I'm making an all-star world team starting from the lightest to heaviest weight, and we're going to make this team full of the best guys that compete for countries that are not in the top 10. I'm going to make a team and see how it ranks up against other countries such as Russia, Japan, USA, Turkey, and much more today, and see how if this team we took to the World Cup, see if they could win first. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and turn the notification bells on so you can see more world-class content. We're about to hit 10K subscribers soon, so make sure to subscribe. For those of you who don't know what the World Cup is, it's pretty much a team format where the best countries in the world come and have a dual meet tournament where they have maybe top 8 to top 10 countries, including Russia, USA, Japan, India, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Cuba. There's so many really good countries that all come to this tournament, and basically they use the placement of the teams from the World Championships of the prior year. Now, there's been a new thing called Team UWW, or Team United World Wrestling, and basically this is they leave an open spot for people to be able to compete in the World Cup if they wrestle for smaller countries or smaller or countries that aren't ranked in the top 10. This basically means, for example, me competing for Serbia. Serbia isn't a top 10 wrestling country in freestyle, but what that would mean is because I won the gold medal in 2023, I would be the first choice nominee to wrestle at the World Cup in that next year. Then it would go on to 61, 65, 70, and so on and so forth for who the best placed guy was. So if the guy was a bronze medalist for a country like, Albania, or a country like Italy or Germany, then they're going to be able to go to the UWW team. But there was no World Cup this year, so I wasn't able to wrestle this year for the Olympic year at a World Cup. They didn't have one. So I'm going to be making a team starting at 57 kilos, going all the way up to heavyweight, and make an all-star UWW team. And then I want to see where you guys would place it. So starting off at 57 kilos, we're going to go with me, since I'm the world champ at 2023. Also, I could choose Abakarov from Albania, but he was going to be my choice for 61 kilos. Either one of those, I think we're going to make the lineup. We'll probably go as 57 kilos. We're going to go with Zelimkhan Abakarov. He was a world champion in 2022, and then was the bronze medalist in 2023. He lost to me in the semifinals. We both wrestled each other back-to-back years in the semis. He beat me in 2022, and then I revenged the loss, and I beat him in 2023, both going on to win our gold medals. Obviously having two world champions at 57 and 61 would be amazing. Abakarov being really short and stocky, very good defensively, good at chest wraps, and defending on his leg. Maybe one of the hardest guys I've ever had getting to his leg and trying to finish, man. That guy's insane. And then me being a very offensive guy, long, lanky for the weight, having good leverage and good technique, creating a lot of action and motion on my feet and be able to get to leg attacks and using my leverage. So I think, back-to-back, it's a 1-2 punch right there at the lightweights. So we're both kind of in that category. We're bigger, 57 kilo guys, so we could alternate at the weight. So I'll put Abakarov at 57, and then we'll put me at 61 kilos. So that'll be the two spots that I think will fill that. So Albania, 57, Serbia at 61. Now going into 65 kilos, we're gonna go with Ismail Musakayev. He's a 2023 world champion at 65 kilos, a European champion, multiple-time world medals, and 2-time Olympian. He's Russian, but he competes for Hungary. So this is another one where Hungary isn't that great, but we all know how Musakayev is so dangerous on his feet. He's extremely fast, lightning quick. He can get on all fours and spring in like a freaking cat. He's insane. He's electric, and he's so dangerous. When he's in shape and when he's mentally focused, he's the best guy at 65 kilos. But it seems like he has inconsistencies with his conditioning and just his mental ability sometimes. But when he's on, he's on. So he'd be the 65 kilo rep. 70 kilos, I had a really tough time picking this one out, but I think that Kudoyev from Tajikistan, I'm not sure how to say his name. He's Russian as well, but competes for Tajikistan. He got the bronze medal at 70 kilos this past year at the non-Olympic World Championships at 70. So he's a tough guy. He has a lot of upside to him, and coming onto the scene now, I think he's going to be a guy that could be a possible world champ at 70 kilos in the future. So he would be another great one. 74 kilos, we're going Hatik Sabalov, my brother, my teammate for Serbia. He's from Ossetia, competed for Russia. He's a former world champion in 2014 or 2015, and then was a world silver medalist in 2017 for Russia, losing to Jordan Burroughs in the finals in a real controversial match. real close. I mean, he was one of the best in the world, pound for pound back in the day, and then had some issues transferring to when he, you know, wrestling with during COVID and the Russia situation, and then transferring over to Serbia where he took bronze in 2023, and then he took 5th this year at the Olympic Games. He had Kyle Dake beat. I don't know if you guys saw the match. He had him controlled the whole match, and he just melted with the last 30 seconds, and Dake just put it on him. I ended up beating him, I think 10-4 when he was like up 4-2 or 4-1. Something crazy where it was in the bag. You never can underestimate Kyle Dake, and it just looked kind of, it wasn't great. But Sabalov's got it. He's one of the best. He has wins over Sadakov also, and they always have barn burner matches, so he's our 74 pick. 79, I'm going to go with Frank Chamizo. Obviously, he could be at 74, but obviously he's had issues making weight and cutting weight. One of the best defensive wrestlers in the world. He is so electric to watch when you get on his leg. Like, he might be impossible to take down. And I think, like, him wrestling, you know, he's Cuban but competes for Italy, so having the that country for Italy, and he's a world champion in 2017, I believe, at 65 kilos or 70 kilos, and he's moved up since to 74, and then 79, where he's also an Olympic bronze medal in Rio at 65 kilos. So Chamizo's got the medals, European champion, world medalist, Olympic medalist, world champion. He's an amazing guy, well known in the sport of wrestling. Gotta go with Frankie Boy at 79. Now 86, I'm gonna go with Miles Amin from San Marino, 2-time Olympian, Olympic bronze, European champion, world bronze medalist. Miles is proven on the scene, competes for San Marino, and every time, I mean, he gets it done and makes the finals, makes semifinal matches, and he wins over a lot of really big names. He's really cleared out a lot of the field at 86 kilos, and he's only really struggled against guys like Taylor and Yazdani, and, you know, honestly, even Kurugaliev, who I would put could put in the mix, but I gotta go with Miles for it. I think he really had that match won in the Olympics. Paris took for bronze, but hey, it is what it is. And going up to 92, I've decided to move in Kurugaliev, the Russian who competes for Greece. You know, Kurugaliev is just a scary dude. If you guys have ever seen him too, I mean, this dude looks like literally like a villain. Like, this guy looks like a mob boss. He's a scary looking guy. He's extremely athletic, very strong, very good leg defense. He has a good rubber knee, and he's very good on parterre top as well. So he's got some attacks. He's a little bit older in his career. He might be retired now. So I got to go with Kurugaliev at 92. He's just versatile, where I would bump him up, where Miles is a little bit smaller for the weight, where I think I'd keep him at 86. Ramazanov I could put from Bulgaria, but Bulgaria is a wrestling dominant country. Even though maybe they're not top 10 right now, I'm going to keep him out of it, even though he's the Olympic champ at 86. So I think I'm trying to aim for like a little bit of the smaller countries in this one. Same with, you know, I could have went Jamalov for Uzbekistan as well at 74, but Uzbekistan is always a team, and I personally think they're a top 10 wrestling country. So now moving on to 97 kilos, this is probably the best guy on our team. It's Tajdinov, the Dagestani who competes for Bahrain. He's the world champion 2023. He's the Olympic champion in 2024 at 97 kilos. Might be pound for pound the best guy. He's dominated Snyder. Obviously, he's beat Sedulayev when Sedulayev hurt his neck. I mean, this guy just looks so athletic and graceful out there wrestling. His positioning's so good, and defense is probably the best in the world at all weights. And I think I really like watching him wrestle. He's young. He's got a lot ahead of him. So he's our 97. He's our all-star on the all-star team. And then heavyweight, I had a little bit tougher time picking this one. You know, there's Lazarev that competes for Kyrgyzstan, but he's Russian Kyrgyz, but Kyrgyzstan's also a top 10 country. I think like a lot of heavyweight has really their domination, and their top 5 guys are always powerhouse countries. Like USA had Gable and Mason, Iran has got Zare, Taha Agul's at Turkey, and the Olympic champ Geno Petrofield from Georgia. So those are like wrestling strong countries. So after that, it kind of gets tough. I could also probably go with Baran from Poland. He's old, he's getting retired, but he's taken a couple fifth place finishes at the World Championships and has a lot of European medals. So the heavyweight would probably be the weak spot, especially with almost everyone on our team being a world champion all the way up. But Baran, I think he's our only non-world medalist, but check me if I'm wrong. So that's our team from start to finish. We got a trio at the lightweights. We got 57, Abakar, 61, me, Musakayev, 65, 3 back-to-back-to-back world champions. Then you got 70 kilos, Kudiev, who's an up-and-comer. 74, we got Sabalov. 70, who's a former world champ. He's Chamizo, 79. Both of them are toward the end of their careers, but they're still world-class. 86, Miles Amin. 97, Kurugaliev. We got our heavyweight hitter, Tazadinov at 97, and heavyweight we got Barin from Poland. So let me know what you guys think of this team, how this team would work if we went to the World Cup. We brought this team, we brought this all-star team. How do you think we'd finish? You think we could beat USA? You think we could beat Russia? You think we could beat Japan? I think we'd hold our weight pretty on. I don't know if we'd win the whole thing, but I think we'd hold our weight. I think we'd place top 3 or top 5 for sure. But let me know what you guys think in the comments of this team. World champs and everything we do, baby. Subscribe to the channel. I'm out.